Hey man, you reckon you can learn me how to play them drums? Welcome to today's episode of Diddles and Beats, the part of this channel where I answer all of your drumming questions. The question for this week is a really great question, and it's one that I get all of the time. The question came in via email and it was, Steven, do you use traditional grip at all? And if so, do you find that traditional or match grip is better? So before I answer this question, I want to ask you a question. Which grip do you use more and why? Put it in the comments section below and let's start a conversation about this. This question is always funny for me. Not like funny haha, but funny like it's sad that you would spend so much of your spare time thinking about this, Steven. There was a whole summer where I debated this topic specifically. When I was in college, I found myself constantly switching between traditional and matched grip. I had learned both. The reason I was having to switch is because I could play some things better with traditional and then I could play other things better with matched grip. So if I was playing a rudimental piece, or I was playing a jazz song, or I was playing a ballad, I was usually going to be doing traditional grip. But switch over to a funk, rock, pop song, and I'm going to be using match grip. If I was playing orchestral percussion, I was playing match grip. The constant switching between the two led to things like dynamics not being equal with both grips. And it also led to my right hand far outpacing my left hand. So while I was in college, one summer, I literally spent 3 months asking all of the teachers that I had, asking all of the drummers that I came in contact with, emailing people, phone calls. It was ridiculous because I had to know, was one grip better than the other? If I'm not ever gonna be a marching rudimental drummer or maybe play jazz, is there a reason to learn it? Can I in fact get more power with matched grip? And the ultimate question, what in the world was Katy Perry's halftime show all about? I mean, seriously, Katy, sharks and beach balls, and I don't know. So by the end of that summer, I felt like I had gotten enough information about the topic that I could make an informed decision on two things. The first thing was, for me, matched grip made a lot more sense. I felt like if I could learn to play jazz, if I could learn to play ballads with matched grip, that finesse would carry over into my pop playing, into my rudimental playing. So if I could get my ghost notes off, I felt like that would inform my match grip playing. And the other thing I had finally made a decision on was I had to find new friends that were not gonna let me spend a whole summer on a topic like this. Now there's a steep divide and there's proponents for both types of grips. You have stellar drummers like Stuart Copeland, Vinnie Colaiuta, Steve Gadd, most of the jazz greats. Most recently, Ben Caesar with Brad Paisley. All of them play traditional grip. But in the other camp, there's equally as fantastic players. You've got new hip jazz players like Chris Daddy Dave, Bill Stewart, Ari Honig, and a slew of other fantastic drummers. So let me just say, neither grip is better. You need to decide which grip is best for you. But I will tell you this, you need to make a conscious decision of which one you're going to primarily use and which one will be your go-to grip. Now in my experience, from a student standpoint, from a teacher standpoint, and from a player standpoint, matched grip was easier to learn. If you give a 2-year-old sticks, he is going to pick the sticks up in matched grip. It's just a natural grip. Now, that doesn't make traditional grip an inferior grip by any means. Traditional grip came around because they needed a way to play a drum that was slung over their shoulder. So it was a means to an end. And it's carried over as a grip that is widely used by drummers. Now the way modern drummers use traditional grip on the drum set is vastly different from how traditional marching drummers use it on a marching snare and how sling drummers use it on a sling drum. But it's still the same grip. It is a myth that you can get more power with matched grip. There have been a ton of players that have debunked that. It's all in your technique with that grip. I found that matched grip was more transferable to other percussion instruments, timbales, concert snare, bass drum, quads, xylophone. And so I made the conscious decision that I was gonna play primarily with matched grip. I was gonna make myself play with matched grip no matter what situation I was in. And that was hard because I was accustomed to playing jazz at the time in traditional grip. But again, I began looking at a lot of the new players. Dave King of the Bad Plus, Bill Stewart, Ari Honig, a lot of the guys that I loved their playing, and they were all playing matched grip and they were playing just equally as musically as the guys that played traditional grip. So it made sense for me at the time. The learning curve for traditional grip will be a bit greater, having to learn how to make the hand make the motions it needs to, the fingers function in the way they need to. But I know a lot of fantastic players that use it in both soft and loud settings, and it works just as well as any match grip players play. The one exception with me is I use traditional grip whenever I play brushes. I originally learned brush technique using traditional grip, and so I didn't want to go back and relearn everything I had learned on my left hand in a match grip position at the time. So still to this day, I play the majority of brush work that I do in traditional grip. So what's the point, Steven? The point is neither grip is a superior grip. It's all in how you utilize it. It's just a tool, a means to an end. So put some thought into it. Decide which is more comfortable for you. Look at the players you admire and the grip that they use. And then you decide for yourself personally which grip is better for you. Be sure and tune in on Wednesday for another installment of Drum Hacks and on Sunday for another drum lesson. Follow the link below, grab the free download 30 Days to Better Double Strokes if you haven't already. Jump over to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and hang out with me on there. If you're needing a drum teacher, some organization in your practice time, or just looking to take your drumming that one step further, follow the link below and take a tour of the members area to see what all my website has to offer. But regardless, I'll see you here in the next video.